No, I was invited to be Caroll Spinney's right hand for Oscar during a PBS telethon type thing. So yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I get called if they need assistance. Then it's nice to be called on, and it's great.
Nice. Yeah, Caroll Spinney, who did Big Bird and Oscar, who just passed away about 10 months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
What a great performer! What a pro and amazing person. I have a great story to tell you.
Okay.
Caroll Spinney came from the next town over from where I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and in Connecticut. And he used to buy. My father owned a Ford Mercury dealership. Caroll Spinney was a customer.
Mm-hmm.
He used to buy cars from my dad. And he used to go in there and hang around and talk about what he was doing. And at the time, this is before Sesame Street, he used to play a character on Providence Television, on the Providence Bozo the Clown show. He was Mr. Lion. It was a full body costume. And he was amazing. He would take a kid out of the audience, ask the name, write the name on a big piece of paper, and make an animal out of it.
Oh.
It sounds ridiculous. It was the most clever thing you ever saw. I don't know how he did it. It was fantastic. And one day he went in to tell my dad that he got this new gig. There was a public television show that's going to be really big, and he was going to play this 8-foot-tall bird. And this was Big Bird. And at the time, he was still doing his own puppet show, his act, which he would drive all around the country going to different puppet festivals and this sort of thing. And when he was out west somewhere, his car caught fire.
Yikes.
Burned the puppets.
Ooh. I had heard a story about the Big Bird puppet, the first Big Bird puppet catching on fire.
I don't know that one. I've never heard that. But these were Caroll's own puppets. And he went back to my dad and said, "Look, I understand it's not your fault. You didn't build the car. But I'm very sorry, but I'm going to have to sue Ford Motor Company." My dad said, "Yeah, I don't blame you." But apparently, when you get into the suing thing, you have to sue everybody. So he ended up suing my father as well. Well, Ford Motor Company got out of it. So he spent the next 20 or 30 years in court with my dad, apparently. And when I first met him at Muppets, someone said, "This is a new artist, and he's starting to draw the characters for Jim. And his name is Joe Mathieu." And Caroll said, "Joe Mathieu?" He said, "You're not related to the Joe Mathieu," meaning my father. I said, "Yes, Caroll." They said, "Don't worry," but I understood. So for the rest of the time that I knew him, if I ran into him anywhere, he'd always say, sort of in Big Bird's voice, "Hey, everybody, I'm suing Joe Mathieu's dad." So I think I'm the only person whose dad was ever sued by Big Bird.
That's actually hilarious. That's hilarious.
So when I think of the puppeteering workshops, of course, I immediately think about Caroll Spinney, Big Bird.
Yeah.
Another legend, such a gifted, beautiful man who I also had the pleasure of working with many times over the years. And I don't know whether this is common knowledge, maybe it is, but Big Bird had a TV monitor strapped to his stomach.
Yeah. Caroll Spinney called that an electronic bra.
Yes, exactly. So that was when I was invited to this Muppet workshop, that was the first time I realized that you're looking down at a counter monitor, but you're doing everything in opposition.
Mm-hmm.
And my brain didn't work that way. It was, I guess if I really, really stuck it out, maybe there would have been a chance for me, but it wasn't my gift. I will leave the Muppeteering to the Muppeteers.